We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious.
Another episode in what can only be called the most perplexing endorsement arrangement in recent memory is being watched by the basketball community. Commentators are going for the mute button instead of the replay button as Angel Reese keeps showing highlight clips. Since someone believed the XFL was a wise purchase, industry insiders are starting to speculate about what could be the most costly error as her trademark Reebok sneaker is scheduled to debut in 2026.
The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
Americans as a whole hold their breath when Angel Reese takes the court, and not in a positive way. She has accomplished something genuinely amazing in her sophomore season, shooting 31.5% on layups and trying the third most layups in the league. Give that some time to marinate. This 6 feet 3 inches professional basketball player is missing shots that high school junior varsity players make while they sleep.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, KC, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
That Angel Reese isn't a famous person. Reese has become an inadvertent comedy act due to the logical impossibility of being thus ineffective at point-blank range. She missed 4 straight putback attempts in 12 seconds during one particularly famous stretch against the New York Liberty, 2 of which were blocked. The video became a master tutorial in transforming a basic basketball play into performance art, but for all the wrong reasons. It went viral more quickly than a TikTok dance.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Kenosha with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, "Give me that." How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious?
This season, she has a solid field goal percentage of 44.4%, which seems amazing until you consider that the majority of her attempts are from just under the hoop. Professional basketball players, for instance, usually convert layups at rates of between 70 and 80%. The simplest basic basketball shot has been transformed into a coin flip by Reese.
Spin cycle, the Angel Reese, face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap, cook up, crossover. Crossover right to the rack. And but we got our own rebound. Beautiful. We got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again. A little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another. But don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. Point forward, Angel.
The response from those who are paid to make every play sound exciting is the clearest sign of how terrible Reese's shooting has become. Professionals with extensive training, NBA and WNBA commentators are able to make a standard free throw sound like the shot that is heard all over the world. However, these same commentators struggle to remain composed when Angel Reese gets close to the basket.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record. Look at her resume in the WNBA.
Subscribe if you're enjoying it. One analyst could be heard laughing on the air during a recent game after seeing yet another bizarre mistake on what should have been a simple layup. This isn't the tactful jab that accompanies the unexpected miss. This is the sound of confusion combined with professional dissatisfaction. You've passed a line that most athletes never even come close to when those tasked with promoting the game's excitement begin to laugh at your attempts to play it. A whole cottage industry of social media material has emerged as a result of these instances going viral. Millions of people have seen compilation movies of her missed layups, with admirers highlighting the theatrical aspect of each mistake with slow motion effects and circus music. Viral celebrity like this doesn't increase shoe sales. It's the kind that causes marketing professionals to reevaluate their decisions in life.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
We go through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury, Tyler Marsh? I'm looking.
Individual performance problems might go unnoticed if they happened on a successful team, but the Chicago Sky's incredible incapacity to win basketball games accentuates Angel Reese's difficulties. The Sky, who are currently at 721, have combined Reese's shooting difficulties with a team effort that would make a recreational league blush. The team is currently on a losing skid of 8 games. The fact that they have lost all 5 games without Ree because of her recent back ailment is possibly the most telling. This leads to an intriguing conundrum. The squad is significantly worse without her, even though they are unable to win with her. It's similar to witnessing someone standing in a burning house and whining about a malfunctioning air conditioner.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts.
Even Coach Tyler Marsh's most tactful remarks cannot mask the underlying problem, despite his best efforts to present a favorable picture of the situation. The athlete, who consistently contributes footage for blooper reels, is the cornerstone of the Sky's identity. Your expectations for a championship often change when your star player's most memorable moments include missed shots that would test a middle school student wearing a blindfold. Angel Reese was chosen by Reebok to represent their basketball comeback. Under Shaquille O'Neal's direction, the firm signed Ree as their first significant basketball player and promised to release her own shoe in 2026. This appeared to be a fair risk on paper. Although there is room for growth, a young player, and a strong social media presence, reality has a way of making paper tactics appear like origami failures. Todd Krinsky, the CEO of Reebok, has openly likened Ree to greats like Shaquille O'Neal and Allen Iverson, implying that she possesses the same capacity to transform culture. When you take into account that O'Neal and Iverson were, legitimately skilled basketball players, the connection becomes more depressing than inspirational. Industry watchers are starting to wonder if Reebok really knew what they were getting. You're buying more than just an athlete's existing performance when you sign them to represent your company. You're placing a wager on their course. For Reese, that trajectory seems to be a straight line that leads to the bottom of the rim and then inevitably bounces back into the stance.
Who I went to school with. I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to. I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and bro, you were fucking lucky. Cause I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch! I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really post on social media.
Reese's latest back injury, which has kept her out of many games, has been maybe the most fortunate occurrence in this ongoing basketball tragedy. Reese's absence has offered a little break from the weekly highlight reel of basic basketball mistakes. Even though injuries are never something to enjoy for all parties concerned, the timing of the injury has been especially fortunate. It happened at a time when social media was at its most saturated with viral footage of her missed layups, allowing the basketball community to heal from the pain of witnessing a professional athlete struggle with shots that the majority of fans could make. The marketing team at Reebok has been given more time to consider how to market shoes linked to a person whose most memorable memories don't require taking pictures. Even more telling is the fact that the injury occurred during a game against the Indiana Fever, which is captained by Caitlin Clark, Reese's college rival who has successfully translated her academic achievements into professional skill. Viewers were deprived of what might have been the most unfair individual matchup since David and Goliath because of the absence. Goliath would have received a basketball if David had been blinded.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got the better of her today.
The Angel Reese case offers an intriguing case study of how contemporary athlete endorsements may go horribly wrong from a financial standpoint. Reebok has spent a lot of money on a player whose on-court exploits subvert the whole idea of sports endorsements, which is that ambition is sparked by success. Because people aspire to be like successful athletes, traditional endorsement arrangements are successful. Because they aspire to be like Michael Jordan, they purchase his shoes. They want to channel their champion enthusiasm, which is why they buy LeBron James apparel. What is the Angel Reese shoe marketing pitch exactly? Do you miss the layups made by your favorite NBA player? The business has made an effort to focus on Reese's persona and social media presence, highlighting her unrepentant demeanor and cultural impact. This strategy might be effective for lifestyle firms, but it gets troublesome if your main offering is basketball performance gear. Selling the notion that wearing these sneakers will raise your game is challenging, because the featured athlete constantly shows that basketball fundamentals are ostensibly optional.
Great ideas, wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
If Angel Reese had a supporting cast to make up for her shortcomings, her troubles might be easier to overlook. The Chicago Sky have instead put together a squad that appears to be intended to draw attention to her shortcomings rather than to cover them up. Reese's already dubious shot selection becomes much more troublesome when the squad is unable to generate simple scoring opportunities. This basketball soap opera is made even more complicated by the coaching scenario. In his first season as head coach, Tyler Marsh faces the difficult challenge of attempting to construct a winning system around a player whose most dependable ability seems to be creating material for social media. It's similar to being asked to win the Indianapolis 500 while holding a sports vehicle with square wheels. Perhaps most tellingly, despite their ongoing losses, the team's offensive efficiency has increased in certain categories during Ree's injury absence. This implies that even while she is statistically effective in terms of rebounding, her presence may actually detract from the team's total basketball performance. This type of statistical conundrum causes general managers to update their resume and coaches to seek for antacids.